Jeremy Renner riding around in Six Flags.
Marvel vs. DC.
Stranger Things greenlit for an animated series on Netflix.
X-Men coming soon. Or is it?
Brand new Star Wars movies.
Resident Evil. Coming soon.
Let's talk about
it.
Welcome to the SF Files. This is your host, Bugs Bird. Join me today. We've got our Center Point Marine shell-shocked guns. What's going on, dude?
Just compose. You're in the fans are for it.
Soak it in. Gotcha. Dude, I'm glad you're in a good mood. Just got a crap ton of stories to talk about today, man.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty excited for these right here.
Yeah, D's nuts. Yeah.
You're a mama.
First story of the day, we got Jeremy Renner tours Six Flags Magic Mountain on a motorized scooter. For those who are not aware, Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye, he got into this horrible accident over the winter. He was clearing snow on his snowcat, and there was a horrible accident. It ran his legs over, just mangled him, and the guy has been in several surgeries. He didn't know if he was going to make it or not. It was very scary.
I heard his neighbor, who was a doctor, said that there was a lot of blood everywhere, like
oh yeah,
murder scene type of blood.
Yeah, it was rough. He was saying his goodbyes. He actually had an interview, the first interview since that accident, on Hulu, I believe. Very, very powerful stuff right there. If you have not seen that, you should definitely go check that out. Scary stuff. We almost lost Hawkeye, man. But I'm glad he's here. We're glad he made it, and he seems to be in good spirits. He's fighting. He went to Magic Mountain with his family, some friends and family, and just trying to have a good time. Just trying to get back out there.
And that's
good. It's good for him, man. Good for him.
It's good. He's interacted with everybody and getting that sunlight again on him. I bet you he feels a lot better than what he was like the past few months.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm honestly happy he's up and about, honestly. And it's good that he's starting to open up a little bit more of his accident. So it's showing that he's getting past it already. Right.
Very strong guy, man. Very strong-willed. Glad he's still here. And yeah, man. Good for you, man. I can't wait to have you back. I read a report back then that he may retire acting just because he wants to spend more time with his family. It might have been due to the accident that he wants to just spend more time with them.
Close calls like that, it makes you reflect on life. What's the most important thing to you? And clearly, family comes first. Right. And I'm pretty sure anybody will understand if he decides to retire. I just hope they give him a good story on the way out from the Avengers.
Yeah, I would hope so as well. If they don't, it's going to be unfortunate. Like, oh, where's Hawkeye? He's on vacation or something, just off screen, or he's out on a mission, or which would kind of suck. But the guy's got to prioritize what's best for him. And yeah, man, whatever you want to do, man. We're just glad that you're still here.
Yes, sir.
But I'm always down. I'm up for the challenge.
Moving on to the next one, we're moving quick today.
James Gunn says a DC Marvel crossover is more likely now that he's in charge. And I'm guessing because he's been working on both sides. Yes, scissoring. You know what I mean?
No crossover there.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, no, because he was the director for Guardians of the Galaxy, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and now he's basically head honcho in DC for everything, really. So, in this situation, it seems like there could be a crossover, honestly, since he has connections on both ends.
That is true.
What do you think?
I honestly thought that he was leaving Marvel with a bad taste in his mouth, because there was some beef that he was getting into, and then Marvel fired him, and then they rehired him, and he finished off the Guardian. So I really thought that he was kind of done with Marvel, and then he went to DC, and like you said, he's the head honcho. I guess maybe he's just trying to look past that and look at the bigger picture and do what's best for business. and trying to make something like this possible, which I think
pretty
is very cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty freaking awesome. Yeah. Like imagining Superman versus who would you want to see Superman fight?
Hulk. Well,
Hulk?
not our current Professor Hulk.
Oh, no.
Maybe World War Hulk. That'd be interesting.
That'd be pretty dope right there. Or
Right?
at least him fight one of the gods or something like Odin, even though he's dead already. But somebody higher tier like that, or maybe help out against Galactus or something. Who knows?
Could be interesting. They have been crossovers in the comics a few times back in the day. Back in the 70s, we saw Spider-Man team up with Superman, Batman. Hulk has battled Batman. That's an interesting one.
What?
Yeah, Hulk battled Batman. I didn't know about that one. Yeah, I love me some Batman, but I kind of feel like he'd get wrecked.
You know who actually, that just remind me, remember, I don't know if it was a comic, but I know they made like this fight like in the comics, like they put the picture, like what was it called, like the voting or whatever, who would win, the Hulk versus Doomsday. That's one I would like to see. Like the actual fight, Hulk versus Doomsday. I
mean, the possibilities are endless to what they could do here. I think right now that James Gunn is just spitballing. There's nothing really in the works. It might have been thrown around backstage in the office, like, "Hey man, would it be cool if we did this?" Yeah, man. Yeah. Maybe just nothing official. It's just talk right now. Maybe try and elevate the DC name a little bit. That's really what he should do.
Yeah.
Just work on DC right now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking right now. Just because you know how Marvel built up their heroes and all that. Now they have like their teams or whatever, like the Eternals, they got the Avengers. Now with DC, since he's rebooting everything, I feel like he should give them a backstory, just like he built the Guardians up and made them great, like from unknowns to knowns.
Yeah,
I feel he can do a good job if he like directs it right and gets the right scripts and all that.
Absolutely, I definitely agree with that. He should work on his current projects, and maybe 10, 15 years down the line, that sounds so far, but 10, 15 years down the line, build up the Superman name again. He doesn't even have a Batman yet. He doesn't even have a Superman yet. So, yeah, just kind of establish yourself first, and then think about the crossovers at another point, right? Like,
what happened to Team Edward on the Batman? Why can't he be the Batman?
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
He's still gonna be the Batman, but he's not gonna be like the Batman that talks to Superman. Yeah, he's gonna have his own universe thing, and then in the main continuity, there's gonna be a new Batman. Pretty much Ben Affleck's spot. There's gonna be a new Batman for the one that hangs out with the Justice League.
The filet mignon of Batmans.
Exactly. Pretty cool stuff. Build it up first, and then we'll talk, dude. Calm your horses, bro.
That's how DC works. They do their later movies first, and then they do their starting movies next.
He's gonna keep backwards.
He's gonna keep it going. Same recipe, basically.
Keep that tradition going. Terrible.
And Hulk. Smash.
I'm the fastest man alive.
We needed Superman.
Look at little Goblin Jr.
Moving on to the next one. We're going to keep it Marvel friendly here. X-Men 1997. Confirmed for a delay. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Did you watch this series?
Duh.
Did you? Okay, yeah.
I feel like I've seen
most of the
episodes. This was like the one with the Wolverine, the best Wolverine.
Best Wolverine. Would Hugh Jackman be best Wolverine?
Animated version.
Okay, that's fair. No, you can't pick now, huh?
No.
Put you in that hard spot. I agree. This is the most iconic and of the character. That 90s X-Men cartoon, dude. It slapped. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that slapped. It slapped.
That's what the kids are saying?
I'll allow it. Like even the intro song, dude. They even used the intro song from this version. Yep. And Multiverse of Madness, didn't they? When Professor X showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, they had that little tune like a guitar just for a brief moment. But they played it, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah. As soon as I heard that, I was like, it's coming.
It's him. Yeah, man. Pretty awesome. Really awesome series back in the day. I have to credit X-Men probably is what got me into comic books and the comic book series and all that. I definitely watched all of that series, the whole series back in the day, how it was every Saturday it played in the morning, right? And then out of nowhere they just start over and play somewhere in the middle. Like, what happened? No, they were in the middle of Mr. Sinister, and now they're back to Dino World or whatever the hell, right? Like, yeah, so they definitely jumped around a lot, but I've seen them all on the Disney Plus. Played through it, and I went all the way through.
Oh,
and
you did.
Yeah, that last season sucks, dude. It sucks. If I remember correctly, that was like a different studio, and the art was different. Yeah, it was rough to go through.
Yeah, because I can't say I've personally seen every episode, but I've seen most of them. So yeah, from what I remember, I know this was the OG, the real G, the only G of X-Men. Because I remember when they tried doing the X-Men Evolution. No. Like, it was alright, but does not compare.
I actually did like that one, the Evolution. It was different. It was like a different series. I think it was like, the Ultimate series.
Like more modern.
Yeah. I liked it. It was cool. But still, this one, the OG, man, you can't mess with it. It's got that, it's got all that flavor. All that flavor.
Would you want the animation to look similar to that X-Men, or do you want it more updated? Or how would you like the animation to look like?
They have actually kind of confirmed that they are definitely going for the same art style.
Oh.
Which looks pretty faithful. They made Jubilee actually look Asian.
Yeah.
She's an Asian character. And like for years when I was a kid, I just thought she was a white girl. She didn't look Asian to me.
Yeah, no, I know they updated her in the, what was it, Deadpool, where she came out like a quick second, like in the background. She was like an Asian girl.
Yeah.
I always found it funny how her power was fireworks. If she's Asian, I'm guessing.
Oh,
you knew where I was going with that.
Oh my god. But yeah, man. X-Men 97, as you can tell, we have fond memories with it. It looks like you're excited for it, Guns.
Oh yes.
Is this something that you're going to be looking out for?
Oh yes, most definitely. And I feel like I can get me into it. Hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, definitely on my radar as well. Kind of sucks it's getting pushed back from the fall of this year over to 2024, but if that means that they're taking the time to perfect it, actually make it worthwhile, cleaning up the animation, take your time. Don't rush into it. I can wait.
Oh yes, let's do it.
Whenever you're ready, little man.
Moving on to the next one, we got this is something that you like. Stranger Things. Yeah. You're a fan, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say like a big fan, but I'm a fan. I like the Netflix series. It was pretty good. I've seen all the seasons. I'm up to date. There's even a couple times where I was messing around with you with some spoilers, but I wasn't telling you any spoilers.
Such a dick.
Yo, mama.
Stranger Things, yeah, definitely a strong series on Netflix. One of the few that gives me a reason to keep paying for Netflix. You know, like I know it's over right now, but it's definitely one of the reasons I still have my Netflix account.
Okay, I can respect that. So, out of all the characters, who was your favorite besides Elle?
Oh, you know what? I think Hopper is pretty awesome. I think maybe it's because I can kind of relate with the father and the
The huskiness.
you know what? He's got abs now. He's got abs now. It's fine. Yeah, I can definitely relate. Yeah, Hopper and I, we're almost the same character. And
except you're the version that came out in Black Widow. Couldn't even fit in the suit. Honestly, I was gonna say Hopper
Hopper's
as well.
Cool. Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was really
cool
gonna say
character,
Hopper.
man. You know what? I thought you were gonna say the kid with the gap in his teeth.
Oh no! I bet you your favorite scene was when he was singing
know.
to his girlfriend over the radio.
It is.
Oh,
it is.
My god!
It was a funny scene. It caught me off guard. Like, really, this kid is. Oh my god.
I like how everybody was looking at him like,
Dang it, Bobby.
just like when he started singing.
Yeah, man. It was. Yeah, he's got his moments, man. And freaking. And you know what? In the first season, as it was rolling out, I really liked the big brother, the guy, the photographer kid.
Yeah.
He kind of came off as a creeper at first, but then as he goes through the season, I started to like him. And then the guy with the hair, he was like the bully. And then season 2 rolls around, and then he becomes a nerd, and he's got his own bully. I'm like, what the hell happened, man?
It's
You
because
were
he got his
Now
ass
you're a
whooped.
nerd. Yeah, and then he kind of just like, but throughout that, after that happened, like I liked him as a character, the kid with the hair. I liked him. He became a good, strong character towards nearing the end.
Oh, what about? I think his name was Billy or whatever. The guy that played the guitar and the upside down, the Metallica.
Oh yeah.
That was a good scene for me. I don't know what his name is, but
The Dungeon and Dragon Master. That kid.
yeah, that guy.
Oh, I don't think that was Billy. I think Billy was the bully.
The redhead's brother,
with the
right?
motorcycle or whatever.
No, the redheads.
Yeah.
Oh, the brother with the Camaro, I think.
Yeah, with the Camaro. Yeah, I think that was Billy.
What a noob.
Nah, but yeah, man. This upcoming season, it's going to be the 5th season for Stranger Things. It's supposed to be the last one, but it's not the last one because we just got it here. Netflix greenlit an animated series. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But it doesn't have a lot of information here as to what this animated series is going to be about. All it really says is it's going to happen. It doesn't say what characters are coming back. It doesn't know what the story is going to be about. It doesn't say anything really.
So are they gonna finish the story with what the heck is this? The original number 1?
Oh yeah, the new season is going to finish that story.
Oh, okay. And then the animated series is gonna continue. Okay.
Right. Little information other than it's going to be a cartoon. I think it's a weird choice to go into the animated.
I feel they're going this direction just because the kids are getting too old already. They're not like kids anymore. How they want to portray it, I guess. Because aren't they like 18, 19 already?
You might be right. I think they're starting to get up there.
And they're supposed to be like 15, 16 in the show.
They started off, I don't know, maybe like 10-year-olds, right? In like that first season.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I guess you're right, man. I guess they're getting up there. So maybe you're right. Maybe that's the reason why they're trying to keep them young. And who knows? Maybe they can come back and do some voice acting to reprise their roles, just a younger version of them. And I guess that could work. It would have to be like a gruesome animated. They can't go PG on this just because it's a cartoon.
No. They show blood and everything in the Netflix series already. They have to keep it going, man. If not, I feel they're gonna lose a lot of fans for not keeping it real. Know what I mean?
Yeah. And the article kind of makes it seem like they want to keep it like a classic Saturday morning cartoon. That's it's inspiring this show. It just kind of makes me like, oh no, don't go back, don't go back. Keep it gruesome, keep it rated PG-13 or whatever the hell it is.
It's gonna end up like
keep it the way it is.
It's probably gonna turn out like the Deadpool, the PG-13 version, if they go that route.
Sure hope not.
That was a letdown.
I'll probably check it out just like you. I'm a fan of the series. I like Stranger Things, and we'll see what happens. That's all we can do, right?
Hope and pray.
Turn around. Look at what you see.
Moving on to the next story. We got 3 new Star Wars movies in the near future. 3 new movies. James Mangold signed on to direct the movie that is Dawn of the Jedi Era. Long story short, this is going to be a story of the very first Jedi. It's going to be like an origin story of the Force, the Jedis, the Sith, all that. Like the very first one, like what happened. You know what? This could be very interesting.
Like it'll be neat to see how everything started, how he learned about the Force, how they created the lightsabers, like what caused the dark side to be the dark side. Like I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, the first story. Yeah, I would imagine that it's going to be like 2 people, right? They discover the power, they grow together, they learn and train together, and then it's gonna be a girl. They're gonna fight over a girl, and the one's gonna turn to the dark side. That's my prediction.
What if they make them girls? Not since all the main actors.
They're still gonna fight over a girl.
I can see that happening too. how movies and shows have been going these days. I wouldn't be surprised by that curveball.
Yeah, you never know. We're calling it now. That's what it's going to be. That's a script. No, but yeah, in all seriousness, though, I think this could be a very cool story. It could be interesting. It's like starting fresh. Not a reboot, but just starting fresh, because it's like got nothing to do. Not nothing.
With the movies,
but
really.
Yeah, exactly. It's got nothing to do with Darth Vader, nothing with Mandalorian, nothing with Rey. None of those characters got nothing to do with them. It's just starting over, starting with a brand new story. And I think it could be very cool.
Essentially a clean palette, right? Clean slate.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I'm definitely interested in this. I'm very curious as to what story they're going to portray. I'm a casual Star Wars fan. Like I like the movies, the video games, the setting, some of the series, and some of the movies. Not all of them, but yeah. Very casual. I have not read the comics or the books or any of that stuff. There's a lot of Star Wars content out there that I have not watched. I'm very, very casual on this, and yeah, this interests me, man. I'm definitely in on this one.
Personally, I wouldn't say I'm even a casual fan. Like, I'll watch the movies if they're on or whatever, just to see what's up. Just because I do like some of the movies, like yourself, but I've never seen any of the animated shows. I haven't read none of the books. I haven't even seen The Mandalorian. Like, I'm literally stuck to the original movies, and I don't even think I've seen the one with Rey either.
Well, but you're not missing much. So,
yeah. But this one catches my eye just on what they're gonna do with it, and I think it'll be interesting to see. Like, okay. But I would admit, I think I played the games more than I've seen the movies.
For sure. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting world. Like, for video games, man, it's a fantastic world. The movies and series, hit or miss, but yeah, it's just fun. Something about it in video game form is just fun.
The lightsaber and the blocking and the Force.
The second movie that was announced, it's got Daisy Ridley, new Star Wars movie. We'll find the Jedi in disarray 15 years after Rise of Skywalker. You just mentioned that you did not watch the latest trilogy. Nope. It's continuing the story. 15 years later, it's just moving the story forward.
No.
No interest at all.
I haven't even seen the previous 3. Like, no offense to her or whatever. Yeah. It just didn't catch my attention. I saw the bad guy, the guy with the twisted chin or whatever.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, that dude. Mm-hmm. I just heard stories here and there, or like parts of the movie. I heard he got shot once and he was down for the count for a while.
I did watch this trilogy, and I did like the first one. The other two, kind of not that great, in my opinion. I'm sure there's fans out there who love them, and that's cool. If you loved it, that's awesome. It just wasn't for me. However, I do like that it's continuing the story, and that this character is going to take place in it 15 years later. does make me wonder, like, I wonder what's happening in 15 years. Did her fight, did her struggle, did it mean anything? Did it change anything? Just I guess that curiosity is there, like, what's going on in the future. You know what I mean?
I would like to see the growth in her power and her knowledge of the Force if this is 15 years after.
Not a whole lot of information other than 15 years later. They still got to work out the kinks, work out the story, and that's cool. But announcing it, I mean, it's interesting. We'll just wait and see what happens, really.
Mm-hmm.
See what characters show up, and
I might dabble in it, try it again. You never know. I might like it.
Yeah, you never know.
And when I kill you, I will have killed the last Jedi.
There is one more, third Star Wars movie in the works. One more. Yeah. We got this movie will feature the New Republic. The film is set to be a culmination of story arcs that have spawned from The Mandalorian, its spin-offs, and the animated shows. Now, this one is probably the one that gets the least attention from me, personally, because, like, it probably is for you, we aren't huge Star Wars fans. Like, we're not deep into the lore. We don't read the books. We don't see the animated series. I watched a couple of the spin-offs. Like, I'm watching The Mandalorian, and I do enjoy that one. But then I tried watching Andor. It's like, no, I couldn't get into that one. I did watch the one with Obi-Wan, that one was pretty cool. But the animated series, I never got into them. And yeah, man, this is supposed to tie everything up in a nice little bow, and that's cool for everyone that has
follows it.
Yeah,
keeps up with it.
Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be great for someone like that who's into everything. Something to wrap it up and finish the stories.
So is Rey only going to be in that one?
I would assume, but I don't know. I don't think anything has been really announced here either.
And for you fans out there, not Rey Mysterio. I mean,
I think they got it.
Okay. Just making sure. Because you never know. There might be people that get confused.
It will be kind of cool, I think, to see the Mandalorian and Grogu kind of be in a movie instead of their own series. Just to kind of make it, like, official. Like, I know it's canon and everything, but, like, throw them into a movie. You know what I mean? Like, where it just feels bigger.
That's what she said.
Who's a Grogu? For a second, I thought you were going to say Groot.
Grogu's the Baby Yoda.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it looks like Dave Filoni, he's going to be involved. He definitely worked on The Mandalorian. He worked on The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars The Bad Batch. I think it's pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah. It's a wrap.
Okay. Yeah. As long as they come to a good conclusion and finish it well again, I would like a good story to have a good ending as well. I feel it will really let the fans down if they don't finish it right.
For sure.
You are the chosen one.
Let's move on to the next one. I know you've been waiting for this one, because this is right up your alley.
Oh, yes. Resident Evil reboot in the works, titled Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles. To start off from the beginning, I know we started playing these games on the original PlayStation and PlayStation 2 and so on and so forth. What do you think about the games? Like how they went in that direction with those?
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I never finished a Resident Evil game. I've never finished one.
My heart.
I was young.
You're cut. Get me CK. Get me CK.
I was young. I didn't like the tank controls, and I was scared. Okay, and to be honest, let me back it up real quick. We never had a PS1. We always went to our cousin's house, and I watched him play, but I didn't have a PS1, so I never actually had that opportunity to finish these games.
I would say almost every single time I went over, I would be on that PlayStation playing Resident Evil. So I got to play, and then even when they did the remastered versions, I downloaded them and definitely played them. So either way, I did play them.
I do like the series. I do like the story behind it. There's a lot of deep story that I'm not familiar with, but I do like what they did with it. And yeah, I just never had the chance to go back and play them. Now that I'm a parent, there's just so little time. You'll see. You'll see.
So, what about the movies? What did you seen all of them, right? What did you think about the movies?
I know that these movies about Alice, they weren't super faithful, like especially after the second one. they kind of steered off and did their own thing. For the movies, I did enjoy them. They were those kind of movie where you just kind of turn your brain off and like, ooh, zombie movie. I thought they were fun. I thought they were fine. Some characters that sprinkled in there, it was fine. It was okay. I was like, oh, I know you, and I thought they were fine as movies. My wife, she's definitely into them, and she knew very, very little about Resident Evil. So it was easier for her to follow these movies. So yeah, we watched all the way through in theaters, every single one. So overall, I think they did all right.
Yeah, I agree. I like how they kept it real on the first two, just like you said earlier, how they kept them straight zombies. But once they started doing like mutating or whatever, that's when I was like, it's not staying true to the game. It's not staying true to the game.
Yeah.
But like you said, a new idea doesn't mean it's a horrible idea. It was good movies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think this is the biggest question I have for you. How did you like the variation in Weskers from the movie to the Netflix series? Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah. He in the movies, this one with Alice, I think they nailed him. He was kind of robotic. He had the look. They did a good job replicating, bringing him from the games, bringing Wesker from the games into the movie. Even like his power set was, for the most part, fairly good. Like, I think they did a really good job in these Alice movies, bringing in Wesker. In the Resident Evil series, the Netflix series, it felt to me more like a side thing, like based on Resident Evil, but not directly involved with it. Like, that's what it kind of felt like to me. I did like the series, but I didn't like it as a Resident Evil product.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Actually,
yeah, and the Weskers. Sorry, my dude. Rest in peace. He looked like Blade. Man, it was so. He looked funky. I didn't like Wesker so much. I did like the different variations that he was playing, like Bert and the father and the twins. And it was cool, but again, it just wasn't Resident Evil to me. It was just some completely random thing with zombies in it, and I enjoyed it, but not as Resident Evil.
Yeah. So, for this reboot, what do you think they're gonna try to do? Do you think they're gonna bring back Alice, or are they gonna have new characters, or what do you think is going on?
Man, before that though, I mean, this is a reboot of the movies. They already did a reboot movie. They just released that rebooted movie, man. Like how long has that been? 2 years? Let me get your thoughts on this, because I know you are a much bigger Resident Evil fan. What did you think of this movie?
Honestly, I felt it was a good movie. Like the script was good. The only thing that got me on some of the characters or actors were, well, the cast. I felt they did not fit the part. I felt that they even threw in like a cheesy line here and there for Leon Kennedy. I think he fit the part at all. But yeah, I liked how they kept it in the mansion. I wish they would have tried to open the door and he would have seen like the dogs or something, how in the actual game, and he just like shuts it real quick.
Just a little Easter egg.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool or funny, like, hey, haha. But yeah, I like I said, I thought it was a good movie. It just, something about certain cast members didn't hit right with me. Not all of them, just some. What about you?
When I watched this movie, I thought it was okay. They were focusing more on actual characters from Resident Evil, like Claire, Chris, Leon, Jill, which I thought was cool. I was like, all right, cool. They got real characters. We don't have to worry about Alice, the fake main character. So I thought it was going to focus more on the game, which they did. The problem with it was it felt very, very catered to people who are deep in the Resident Evil lore. Casual viewers, unfortunately, did not get the whole story. Like I remember watching it with a friend of mine who is a huge Resident Evil fan as well, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got this, I got that, I got that. I didn't like this. They didn't do this right. They missed this." He was just like breaking it apart, right? Like, and I get that they're not going to put everything in there, but I definitely felt like they alienated the casual viewers. You kind of had to know
what's going on,
or at least had played through some of these games.
You have to know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe that's part of the reason why it might have failed. I don't know. But the casting, I actually thought that they did all right. Even I know that there was an uproar for Leon over here, who is not a Caucasian dude. I don't know, Indian American looking guy. I'm not sure what he is. But yeah, they kind of race swapped him, and there was a whole uproar, and I kind of had to agree with it, even though I do think he did a good job in the role, in my opinion. Leon is a big character. Like, a Resident Evil fan knows Leon. He's the gloomy white dude with the hair parted, and that's what you want. That's what you want from that character, and that's not what they delivered. I guess that's maybe one of the reasons that people were just crapping on it. But I mean, acting wise, I thought he did decently.
Yeah, no, his acting was good, but like I said, he didn't fit the part for Leon for me, and I just couldn't see it. What about Joe or the Wesker in this movie? What did you think about them?
I honestly don't even remember Wesker in this one. I don't know, man. I guess he was so forgettable that I don't even remember him. Until you said it right now, I didn't remember that he was in this movie.
Honestly, on the one with Alice, I thought those were pretty decent cast members for their role. Like Claire and Chris and Jill. Even Jill looked like Jill in part 2, the movie.
And Jill, yeah, I thought she was pretty well casted. I thought she did all right. Now that you mention it, like, I vaguely remember Wesker being in there. Like, he was just forgettable. Maybe he was towards the end, right?
He originally should have come in with them, like, through the front doors and all that. And then, like, the story happens, and then the infection, and then Wesker with the glasses. He was just forgettable, I guess, in this one. Did it make an impact for me that I didn't care for him? Now, if I'm not mistaken, they even mentioned Ava Wong, the chick that Leon has a crush for. Like, they mentioned her at the end, I think.
Yeah, I guess they were setting it up for sequels, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Instead, we're getting a reboot, 2 reboots in a row. Overall, what do you think? Like, is it too soon? Should they wait?
Well, waiting wouldn't hurt, but I feel if this reboot does not hit like they're hoping it'll hit that home run, I feel they should just let it go and let it be forgotten, and just let the current movies speak for themselves. But if it's a hit, why stop? Just keep it going.
I think when the last one hit 2 years ago, I think it was a good time to reboot, because the Alice ones, they went for so long. They spread, 10, 12 years or so?
Something like that.
So I think when it hit, I think it was time. But now, that was only 2 years ago, and now announcing another reboot, it's like, man. Stop making sucky Resident Evil movies.
Like, the only thing I ask is that they don't go with, like, the mutated, like, zombies and Ouroboros and all of that. I just hope they keep it to, like, the classic zombies. Nothing more, nothing less. Just let them do zombie things. No bioweapons, and maybe one bioweapon would be bad, but still.
Yeah, I'm sure we will keep our eyes on this whenever they announce more information on this, casting, scripting, all that good stuff. I'm sure we'll stay on this one. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on the latest Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah.
Well, isn't this one big family reunion?
That just about does it for us. That's it for the MEWS. As usual, this has been fun, but it is time to close it down.
Hey, everybody, it's closing time. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Check us out at www.thesfiles.com, where you can listen to all of our prior episodes. We got movie news, the MEWS. See what we did there? Movie news, MEWS. Yeah.
Under them Brodicate. It is broke.
Oh, no, we also got that. We also
Brodicate.
We're gonna start running some movie lines just for fun. Good new little segment we're gonna try out. Trying to find a way to not get that copyright struck. So stay tuned for that. Once you're done with that, you can listen on the go. Guns, where can they find us?
You can definitely find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and sweet, sweet Pandora. Ever so sweet Pandora.
So sweet. You can also check us out on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok and YouTube, where the episode is broken down into sections. Got the MEWS, Brodicate, Mel, just spread out, put a face
like
to the voice. It's a different experience. Nasty. Come check us out on YouTube. If you are so inclined, send us emails, comments, suggestions, notes, questions. Bogus Bird, Crazy Cat, Agent Cuckle, all at thesfiles.com. And
you can find me at guns@theasfiles.com. And if you ever would so please, Agent K will love all your dick pics. All sizes. Small, big, medium, large,
sizes.
veiny, hairy, non-hairy, shaved. He wants them all, guys.
He does.
So please,
he does.
Send it to him.
This is Bogus Bird signing out.
This is Gun signing out. Later.
Catch you on the next one. Do you remember where Professor Xavier, whenever he gets attacked, like it's always electricity for some reason, right? He does that one Professor Xavier scream. Give it to That's your Professor Xavier?
How's it go?
He's
how's
more
it go?
like That's how I remember it.